Hello, beautiful Cancer, and welcome to your reading for the... Well then, let's get started, shall we? Oh, wow. Okay. Just give me a moment, please, Cancer. Yeah, so when I was pre-shuffling these cards for you, they were really popping. There's definitely a message in here that wants to come out for you today. So welcome to your reading for October 2025. Today I will be drawing your cards from the Mystic Psyche Tarot, and then I'll be closing off your reading with an oracle card from the Magical Spirit Oracle. So what messages do we have for Cancer for this month of October 2025? Okay, so Cancer, showing up in your overall energy for this month of October, we have, oh, they just keep coming. Okay, well, Cancer, showing up for your overall energy for the month of October, you have the Six of Pentacles. And in what blockages you may have this month or what you might need to release, we have the energy of the Three of Wands. In your strengths, we have the Hermit. Your hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What you could be celebrating this month is actually quite beautiful. We have the Four of Swords in reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords to close out this reading. So, Cancer, right away the energy of this month that feels like, you know, we're focusing on giving and receiving, but we're also focusing on pacing yourself, Cancer. There's a pretty strong feeling here that you're balancing generosity, but you're trying to balance that with your personal growth. And there's been some challenges that have really slowed you down or that are making you start to question your decisions. So in the overall energy, we do have the Six of Pentacles, and this card is, you know, all about balance. You could be in a position where you're offering support, you know, to a friend or a family member or even a colleague, and I feel like Spirit is reminding you to just be really conscious of the energy exchange for this month. You know, give freely. That's something that you do so beautifully, Cancer. Give freely, but don't drain yourself. Don't give too much. And when you're offered help, Cancer, learn to accept help. That's the balance between giving and receiving, and you can't have one without the other. So, you know, if you can give so freely and if you can give everything that you have, it's a little bit hypocritical, or some might see it as a little bit hypocritical, if you can't take, if you can't receive with the same grace that you give with. So some of you may be noticing some patterns where the generosity that you're displaying, it isn't being reciprocated, or it's not being appreciated or acknowledged. And I feel like this card is asking you to find fairness. Explore the concept of fairness within these dynamics. So the Three of Wands showing up in your blockages is showing some expansion and looking ahead, but you know, you might be considering a new opportunity or a project at work or a long-term goal. You could even be considering travel or relocation. And Spirit is showing that, you know, your foresight and your planning are your strengths here. So we're not talking about quick action or something really, really impromptu. We're talking about planning and foresight. Spirit is showing you that, you know, waiting and having patience before you make a big move can actually yield bigger results than quick action. So this card encourages you to trust the groundwork that you've laid and look forward with optimism, but don't get antsy or don't get frustrated if progress is feeling a little bit slow. So you've got the Hermit in your strengths, and this is really signifying a need for some you time, some introspection. Even amidst all of these opportunities that you have going on, or all of these commitments that you have going on, there's a call to really step back and just take some time to reflect. You know, you might be needing some alone time this month. You might be needing some time to just recoup after just giving, Cancer. Or you might need some time to process, you know, where your goals or where your relationships are headed. And really take some time to reflect on that. So Spirit's showing me that, yeah, some of the answers that you're needing, Cancer, they can't come from others right now. You do have to spend this time on your own. You do have to stop operating high, functioning on high, trying to be everything for everyone. And you really do need to take some time out to get that clarity. Just some time to reconnect with your intuition. Really reconnect with your intuition and inner wisdom that you really have, Cancer. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it's suggesting that independence or security might be feeling a little bit unstable right now, Cancer. Maybe you've been working towards some sort of autonomy. You know, you've been working towards a financial autonomy or a personal autonomy, but you know, there's been delays, there's been obstacles, and it's kind of leading to self-doubt a little bit, Cancer. It's really making you question your progress. And I feel like Spirit's reminding you to stay patient, no fast action. You know that your skills and your efforts and what you are putting in and what you have to give, it's solid. Yeah? Even if the results or the recognition or the return on that hasn't fully shown itself yet, have patience. Don't do anything crazy this month, Cancer. So next we have the Four of Swords reversed, and it's showing that, you know, you might be feeling a little bit restless, or restlessness might be creeping in this month, Cancer. You know, after periods of reflection or quiet, you might feel like you're ready to act, but you know, you don't really know where to start. And yeah, once again, I think Spirit wants you to find balance. Find that balance. Avoid jumping into decisions too impulsively, but also at the same time, Cancer, don't let hesitation completely stall your growth. You know, in order to get past that hesitation or that impulsive you do need to take this time. You do need to get a much clearer picture. You need to step back and see how this is really playing out. There's energy here and it's ready to move, but it really is about timing and preparation this month, Cancer. So finally, the Knight of Swords reversed. This is really kind of echoing that theme of caution. You know, there's a temptation here to rush forward, perhaps solve problems really quickly, whether they're your own problems or other people's problems. And there's a temptation to assert yourself forcefully, but Spirit's saying, hey, slow down. Cancer, we need you to just be a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more strategic in this. Impulsive action could really create conflict right now, and it could really create setbacks. So yeah, maybe take some time. Focus on the clarity. get a strategy together before you go charging ahead this month. Yeah, Cancer. So look, your spread this month, it's about generosity, but it's also about foresight. You've got to find that balance. You need to have careful progress this month, and you're learning to balance giving with self-care. I feel like that, but you've got to learn to balance patience with action. Yeah. Yet strength doesn't just come from what you give or what you achieve or what you get from a situation. It comes from, how wisely you can navigate the process. Okay. I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Magical Spirit Oracle to close your reading. So there it is. Beautiful. Okay. Cancer, your oracle card for today is Space, Time, and Self. Trust in the places you feel guided towards. Trust in the places you feel guided towards. So I feel like with this reading where there is so much energy calling for movement, and we want to avoid those rush decisions, that quick action. And this is why you do need to have this time out, this time of reflection to actually see what you're being guided towards, not what your impulsivity. Oh no. Not what your impulses are telling you to do or what knee-jerk reaction is telling you to do. You need to trust in the places that you're feeling guided towards. So take some time this month to step back and really, really seek that guidance from within, Cancer. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you for this month of October 2025. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, those who needed to hear this message, it came through for them. If this was your reading, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know how these energies are showing up for you at the moment and how you're personally navigating them. What skills or tools are you using this month? Okay, Cancer, as always, sending all of my love and all of my light to all of you for the month of October, and I will see you all soon.